the Parrot. Kindness comes back.
Once upon a time, in a forest filled with golden sunlight and the gentle sound of a flowing river, there lived a tiny red ant named Anu. Anu was small, but she had a big heart. Every day she worked hard, carrying grains of food much bigger than herself. She never complained. She believed that even the smallest creature could do great things. One warm afternoon, tired from her work, Anu walked toward the sparkling river to drink some water. The river shimmered like liquid gold under the sun. But as she leaned forward, the ground beneath her tiny feet suddenly slipped. Splash! Anu fell straight into the rushing water. The river current was strong and wild. It tossed her this way and that. She tried to swim, but she was too small. "Help! Help!" she cried, her tiny voice almost lost in the roar of the water. High above, on the branch of a tall tree, a beautiful green parrot named Pari was resting. Her bright feathers glowed in the sunlight. Pari heard the faint cry and looked down. There, in the rushing river, she saw the tiny ant struggling. Without thinking twice, Pari sprang into action. She quickly plucked a large green leaf from the tree with her beak. With careful aim, she dropped the leaf into the river. The leaf floated gently across the water and stopped right beside Anu. "Climb onto the leaf," called Pari. With all her strength, Anu pulled herself up onto the floating leaf. The leaf rocked slightly but stayed steady. Slowly, gently, the river carried her toward the riverbank. At last, the leaf touched the shore. Anu stepped onto the dry land, safe at last. She looked up at Pari with shining eyes full of gratitude. "Thank you," Anu said softly. "You saved my life." Pari smiled warmly. "We must always help one another," she replied. "Kindness makes the world brighter." From that day on, Anu and Pari became friends. They talked by the river, shared stories, and laughed together under the golden sky. But one morning, as Pari rested peacefully on her favorite branch, danger quietly entered the forest. A hunter stepped softly between the trees. He spotted the colorful parrot and quietly raised his bow. He pulled the arrow back and aimed carefully. Anu was nearby when she saw the hunter. Her tiny heart began to race. "Oh no," she whispered. "Pari is in danger." Without hesitation, Anu ran as fast as her little legs could carry her. The hunter was huge compared to her, but she did not stop. She reached his boot and climbed quickly up his leg. Just as he was about to release the arrow, Anu bit his foot with all her strength. "Ouch!" the hunter shouted in pain. His aim shook. The arrow flew wildly into the sky, missing its target completely. Startled by the noise, Pari spread her wings and soared high into the bright blue sky. She was safe. The hunter, angry and embarrassed, walked away rubbing his foot. Pari gently flew back down and landed beside Anu. "You saved me," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. Anu smiled. "You once saved me," she replied. "Kindness always comes back." The two friends stood together by the sparkling river, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of gold and orange. And from that day on, they knew something very important. No one is too small to make a big difference. Because when we help others, kindness finds its way back to us. And in that golden forest, the tiny ant and the brave parrot remained best friends forever. Moral of the story: a friend in need is a friend indeed.